If you are looking to transform your practice, your tarot practice, oracle, witchcraft practice, these are 4 oracle decks that I recommend you implement into your practice because I think it can offer something a little bit different. Usually oracle decks are used similarly to tarot decks for divination. You ask a question, you pull a card, but these decks I use in somewhat of a different way, and I'm gonna talk about it. The first one is if you want to add a little bit of magic, a little bit of manifestation, witchcraft, spells into your practice. And I recommend you get the little Making Magic cards by Priestess Moon. It's published by Rockpoo, and it says this 40 card mini deck features a combination of medieval amulets, Celtic charms, alchemical glyphs, and sigils with an explanation of how each symbol can help you manifest your desires. And on every card you see a sigil, a title, and the idea behind the spell, the idea behind the manifestation. And how I've used this is inspired by Lisa Papez, where I took a little card, I put it down on my desk, I put a tea light on the sigil, and then I focused on the energy that I was trying to manifest, that I was trying to conjure. And to make it a little bit more powerful and a little bit more easier for me to focus on that energy, I surrounded the card with crystals that are associated with that energy, other oracle cards that have the same meaning that I was trying to manifest, and then I let the candle burn. I'm pretty sure for one of them I also carved the sigil in the tea light before I lit it. So this is basically like a little spell book but in card form, and it's really tiny, it's portable, it's super easy to keep on your altar if you have one, and it's just one that I had to share with you because I think that it's super powerful, but also it's a really easy way to get started with spell work if you are new to witchcraft or new to doing spell. If you are looking to implement shadow work in your practice, then I think the Dark Mirror Oracle is one that can help you do it. So shadow work is work that you can do on your shadow self or with your shadow self, and your shadow self is a part of you that is hidden, that you are trying to not necessarily keep a secret, but that you have a hard time getting in touch with, or that you keep hidden. And sometimes we are unaware that we have a shadow self. We are unaware that we're trying to keep a certain part of ourselves hidden. And I think by doing shadow work, especially with the Dark Mirror Oracle, how I use it for shadow work is to sort of find out what is hidden, what is underneath, what is something that is unseen, but that needs to be brought into the light to deal with it, to handle it, to work with it. And when it comes to the Dark Mirror Oracle, I do think that with the guidebook, it can be a pretty hard deck to work with, but I did an entire deck study on it, which you can find in the description box below. And I talk you through what I think every card means, and I have since also put the keywords on the cards. Because in a guidebook for every card it has a moon phase, a stage of grief, a quote, a visual seed, like what you actually see on the card, a sentence, and then the going dark part. But a lot of it I found really vague. So I needed to have it be a little bit more clear, because shadow work, it's important for shadow work, I think, to have it be really clear what you need to work on. This one you do use as a little bit more of a divination deck. So let's try it. Let's pull a card for a pretend person to see what they need to work on. So I have the card for Is This Me? And the keywords that I have associated with it is recognize yourself, as well as getting lost. So when you pull this card for someone, it can indicate that they are feeling lost, that they are not really recognizing who they are, and they're looking in a mirror and like, is this me? Is this who I have become? And this can be a very different kind of energy depending on what is going on in your life, because it can be like, oh, I have grown so much, I have become this different person, maybe gain the confidence to see that I am this different person, that I am actually really proud of everything that I have achieved. Or you can see like, oh, I have been having really toxic friendships, really toxic relationships, or just really toxic influences that have turned me into a person that I do not like anymore. So it's depending on your situation, the situation of the person that you're pulling this card for, but it can have, I think, really deep layers to work with when it comes to shadow work. And this is just a starting off point, just like I think with regular tarot and regular oracle, it is a starting off point when you do a reading like that. That is why I think the Dark Mirror Oracle is really powerful to help you with shadow work in your practice. On a little bit of a lighter note, I also have the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. And this is literally on a lighter note. If you feel like you are going through it, you're not feeling great, you want to do some self-care, but you're not really sure what to do, this is how I like to use it. I shuffle the cards and I think of, I need to take better care of myself. I need to love myself. I deserve to love myself. I deserve to take a little bit of time for myself. I shuffle the cards and then I pull 3 cards. So I have 1, let's see, I have 2 and 3. And then out of these 3 cards, because I feel like if I pull 1 card and that one is not really resonating with me, or I feel like I cannot really do that right now because of circumstances, then I'm just not gonna do it. So I pull 3 cards and I choose at least 1. So we have Connect with Your Womb, Meditate, as well as Watch a Movie. So sometimes I find it really hard to understand what it means to connect with your womb. We do have a guidebook for that. But maybe this is connecting to feminine energy for you if you are a cis woman. Let's see, I have Meditate. So I think this is a very low barrier self-care activity, because there are literally guided meditations that are as short as 5 minutes, which you can find on YouTube. So I'm definitely gonna do this one. I'm gonna set it aside actually, so I'm actually gonna do it. And then we have Watch a Movie. Now, I'm personally not really a movie person. I'm more of a series kind of person. So I might pull up Netflix later tonight to watch a series. So I also invite you to do any one of these 3 things. So to give you a little bit more of a perspective on what this deck is about and what it can do with the guidebook, let's go to the Connect with Your Womb card. It says, mantra, I bring my dreams to life. Meditate on drawing forth the creative energy of your womb, your mother's womb, or the cosmic womb. This will help you gather insights about the creations that the universe is calling forward from within you. I'm not gonna lie, this is a little bit too much woo for me. I am personally like, I love spirituality, but some things are a little bit too woo for me. And I do have a couple of cards in the back of the box that I put the guidebook on top of that I don't use because I feel like they don't really make sense. I have Look for Fairies, Connect with Your Ancestors, health checkup, and now also Connect with Your Womb. So that is, I think, the beauty of an oracle deck. You can take out cards and it's okay because it's an oracle deck. I feel like with tarot you can't really take out cards because you're just missing part of the system, but with oracle I feel like it's a little bit different. But yeah, that is what I really like to do with my Sacred Self-Care Oracle. The last oracle deck that I want to share with you that can help transform your practice is the Star Codes Astro Oracle. You can also use another astrology-based oracle deck. I don't recommend necessarily the Barbieri Zodiac Oracle. I used to have that, but I feel like it has too little cards to do what I'm about to tell you. But I think the Oracle of the Radiant Sun is really good for that as well. And this is an astrology-based deck. So let's see what this one has. It has the signs, qualities, solar activity, luminaries, planets, asteroids, lunar nodes, cardinal points, houses, and all sorts of aspects and some states. So it has a lot, and a lot of this I don't understand what it means because I still need to work with this deck to elevate my astrology practice. I love learning about astrology. I love implementing astrology. Sometimes I'm still a little bit skeptic because sometimes it feels so abstract, I think. But I do think that there's a lot of truth to the practice of astrology. So I'm super excited to dive into it this year. But with the Star Codes Astro Oracle or just any other astrology oracle, what you can do is you can lay out your birth chart to help interpret things. You can lay out the current chart to help you interpret things. You can go through the cards and then also the guidebook to learn about the signs. You can learn about the planets, you can learn about all the other things that I talked about. And you don't even need to pick up another like astrology book, because you can do it with these cards. And then also you can use these cards just as a divination tool, but because it's connected to astrology, while you work with the cards, you grow your own knowledge in astrology. So I feel like it's a really nice win-win 2-for-1 sort of deal when you use an astrology-based oracle deck for divination purposes. And I did do an entire deck study on this deck, and I'm pretty sure that's up on the channel, so I'll link that down below, because that really helped me understand all of the things that we talked about, like the planets, the signs, the aspects. It really helped me interpret those, which I can later use in a divination, in a card reading. And then I will also already have a base of astrology knowledge when I want to interpret charts, when I want to interpret my own chart, or even when I go through other astrology books. So that is why I recommend an astrology-based oracle deck. There are so many astrology oracle decks. I have once put a lot of names on the screen, which I'm not gonna do right now, because I think that the best ones that you can get, it is either this one, Starcode's Astro Oracle. A lot of people love the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, so I might end up getting that as well. And I also used to have the Black Moon Astrology Oracle, which was also really pretty. But it was a little bit too overwhelming for me at that time, but it has pretty much the same things as the Starcode's Astro. So if you've been interested in transforming your practice with oracle decks, I also recommend this video on the screen right now to help you with your tarot practice. Subscribe to the channel for more tarot chats. Join the Discord server to chat with like-minded tarot enthusiasts, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!